Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's geek time again. Doing some more office development today. Kind of late in the evening, Europe time, 10 o'clock. It's, let's see, what's the time in the US? 1 p.m. in Western Coast and 4 p.m. Eastern Coast. Let's start the show with some more office development. Welcome back. First stream of the week, and let's go to the code window. I think I forgot something, by the way. Let's check this. I need to put a link on sdncast.nl. Let's see if it's still active. No, it's not. Let's put the link in there. Where do I have this? Copy. Have to log in here probably. Authentication. Put the link in there. Save it. Oh. Tomorrow. 22 hours. The next stream. More on Blazor. Save. Check if it's up and running now. Yeah. Yes, it is. Are we live? We are live. Let's close that down. So you can follow me on sdncast.nl as well, or YouTube or Twitch, whatever you like. Close this and put back my notes on my screen. There we go. Back to the code window. Over here, going to do more office development. And for that we go to the command line. Go to the project directory. Projects. Twitch demo. Something like that. Yes. Code dot. Maybe we get an update again. Tokenization is skipped for long lines for performance reasons. Interesting. The length of a long line can be configured via editor max tokenization line length. Okay. How's that for a first message? Opening it up. Let's first let's check if everything is up to date here. Go to the package. Let's see if we get some updates here. There we go. Version kicks in. Latest. React strap. Still need to find out what React strap is. We can update it. Core.js is updated. Office UI Fabric React, minor update. We have some Babel updates. A lot of updates in here. Types, the same. React has an update. React DOM has an update. I haven't been sitting still last week. npm update. Let's see if we can pull the new versions in. Also, what I want to do is go to devops.azure.com. Sign in. A lot of new stuff in there. To create a new project in here. Project. Twitch. Add in project. Twitch. Office. Add in demo project. Anyone on the internet can view the project. No. Not on DevOps. Public projects are disabled for your organization. Interesting. Create. What I want to do is create a build pipeline in here. New pipeline found. No pipelines found. Yeah, make a new pipeline. And the other project I had on Azure, this one is on GitHub. I need to log in for this. Let's put the secrets on. Sorry for that. Username. Password. Sign in. Oops, something went wrong. Why? Look at this, guys. What's this? We have a server error. Two-factor. Yeah, it's true, two-factor, but why is this failing? It should just provide me a two-factor. Sign into GitHub, continue as your pipelines. Sign in. What's this? I don't get my second factor. GitHub status. No incidents. So what's going on over here? Come on, guys. Let's check everything is operating normally. No, it's not. Let's go to github.com, github.com, sign in, same thing. Oops, already gone. Here we get the authentication code. What's it? Get the multi-factor for GitHub. Where is it? That's up and running. So why is it not logging in for Azure? Okay. So I had to open GitHub externally. Authorize Azure pipelines, repository, webhooks and service admin access, personal data, whatever, public and private. Manage language. Whoa. Ground. Azure pipelines. Repository. This one, Twitch demo add-in. Approve and install Azure pipelines. Suggested installation of this GitHub app now. Only select repository, selected one, Twitch demo add-in. Approve and install. Sign in. It's the first time I did this with GitHub. You selected a public repository, but this is not a public project. Go to project settings, change the visibility of the project. I don't want to make the DevOps one public, I think. Configure your pipeline. What to do? Build a general Node project with npm? No. Build a Node.js Express app? No. Node.js with Webpack? React? Show more. Build a general Node.js project with npm. Build a Node.js expression app and deploy it to Azure as a Linux web app. Build a Node.js React app and deploy it to Azure as a Linux web. Challenging. Haven't been thinking about this. Build and run tests on .NET now. Let's try to find out if there's some documentation on this. Deploy OfficeJS app to Azure web app. How to host an Office add-in on Microsoft Azure. Yeah. Simplest Office add-in is made of XML, HTML file with manifest, something like this. If your previous installed Visual Studio 2019, but we're using code, create a shared folder to host your add-in XML file. Open XML folder. No. Open File Explorer on your deployment. But this is local. Trusted add-ins catalog. Create a web app in Azure using the Azure portal. Specify a run stack. Choose an OS for your site. Choose a region. Create an Office add-in. Publish your Office add-in web app to Azure. Instead of run the Office add-in client application. Okay. While not strictly required in all add-in scenarios, using the HTTPS endpoint for your add-in is strongly recommended. Yeah, so I also have to put in a certificate if I want to do this. Sideload the add-in. Publish your add-in. But if you publish it, then you need to deploy a web project. Even though to package publish your add-in using ISFTP web deploy using Visual Studio 2019, build, publish. User profile. Yeah, so first we need to do it side loaded. Make your solutions available in app source within Office. Publish your Office add-in. Side loading. Let me think. So outside the pipeline, Build a Node.js project, use React and deploy it to Linux as a Linux web app. Why a Linux web app? I could be doing this on a Linux web app. Start a pipeline. Start with a minimal pipeline that you can customize and build and deploy your code. Google. Deploy and build Office add-in. DevOps, Azure DevOps pipeline. I wonder if anyone has done this. Azure DevOps, Azure Office Outlook add-in build, RM tasks. How install extensions in TFS. Using the Office 365 CLI in Azure DevOps. Bundle package. Build output. Then initialize. Initialize. Let's take this as a guideline. Let's see if we can get this going. SharePoint framework solutions, but I don't want a framework solution. Let's see. Install and uninstall your mail add-in to Office 365 and Exchange. Build definitions, test options, repository variables. Let's see if we have other options. Trying to find out here how we deploy an Office add-in using Azure pipeline. My guess is that you just have to build a general Node.js project with npm. Let's quickly have a look at this, because basically what you do in here is do the same thing, like npm install. That's Node.js. Installing Node modules, that's something you need to do in the pipeline as well, I think. And we also have React Build a Node.js project that uses React. Build a Node.js React app and deploy it to Azure as a Linux web app. Could be. Well, we can always try. Load subscriptions. Well, let's take my subscription over here. Web app name. Probably need to build a new one. Validate and configure. Must be an existing one. Portal.azure.com. Resource groups. I don't have a resource group yet, I think. What type is this? Wow. That took a lot of memory. Scale up. Currently we have a B1, so that can use more than one instance, I think. Okay. So what if I put a new resource in there? Plus add web app. Subscription. Web app name. Twitch demo add in. For now, let's do code. I think that's thrilling enough. Runtime stack. Operating Linux. Doesn't really matter. Do we need one actually? App service lets you quickly build, deploy, and scale because it's just a TypeScript application, so don't think I need a stack at all. What runtime stack? Google runtime stack OfficeJS web app. specify a runtime stack. Here you are. Create a shared folder to host your add-in XML file. Add a file to add the file share to the trusted add-in catalog. Create a web app. Okay. Done. Under Azure Services, create like web apps. On the App Service page, select Add. Choose subscription. Choose the resource group for your site. Enter a unique app name. Yeah, specify. That's what we need to know. What's the runtime stack? Azure website automatically provide HTTPS endpoint. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Where are we? Specify a runtime stack. Java SE. Tomcat, what's Tomcat? What is Tomcat stack? Bitnami Tomcat stack is installer greatly simplifies installation of Tomcat and runtime stuff. Web container of EE. I really don't think it does matter anything what we select there. Let's make that 3.1 long time support. Central no, will be Europe. I think it's West Europe. Portal. Resource groups. Yeah, West Europe. Something like this. Linux plan. Location feature costs. Create new. Learn more. Let's find out the pricing. We need most likely a custom domain. Autoscale is not needed. VPN is not needed. Network isolation is not needed. Price per hour, 13 cents. Free and shared. D1. Basic service plan. The basic service plan is designed for apps that have a lower traffic requirement. Yeah, and don't need a big one. $0.10 an hour there, so that's course 1. I think we just need a B1. test this. Azure App Services certificates on Basic, Standard and Premium. App Service Managed certificates. These are free. SSL connections 0. Well, let's just try the basic one. Linux plan. Change size. Dev test. B1. What's the production? The lowest? 70 euros a month? No. 11 euros a month? Yeah, let's try that. Apply. Linux. Let's try and do this. Review and create. Template deployment. Microsoft Web Apps is not valid according to the validation procedure. Tracking ID. Okay. See inner errors. I don't see any inner errors. Previous. Oh. Default server farm. Twitch demo ID. That should be okay. Linux. Windows is no option. Western Europe, still okay. Create new. Oh, what if we do this? Linux. Create new. Oh, okay. Create new. Oh. Oh, that's probably already used. Linux. Is that okay? Change size. This one. Apply. Next, monitoring. App Insights. Well, not at this time. For your current selection, for runtime stack, operating system type, and resource group. Next, tags. Tags. Tags are name value passage enabled to categorize your resources. If you create, darn. The overview section, choose the URL that is displayed under URL. No, first have to create it, but it's not created for some reason. Shift click, and the link is not doing anything. Oh, Google. Let's find a thing with Google again. Where did he go? There. The template deployment Microsoft web app is not valid according to the validation procedure. And what's this? What you expected to happen as you print fully, how to reproduce, blah blah blah. I was able to find my actual error by using PowerShell command. Cannot use the command get Azure RM log. At least I'm not the only one having this issue. Works fine, solved. I think it was a core quota problem. Selecting another VM size solved the problem. But I don't want the other VM size. Validating, no, basics, go back to this. Code, runtime stack. See additional options. Oh, okay. 22 a month. Why would I need 3.5 gigs? Well, I can always delete it. Let's try B2. Let's see if that works. Apply. Review and create. So, also not one. Doesn't give me any clues here. Let's do this in Edge. to assign. Yeah, approve. Let's select a resource group. Default server farm. Web app name. Twitch. Demo. In. Runtime stack. I selected .NET Core 3.1. Central US, no. Western Europe. Linux. Yeah. Change size. B1. Review create. It was expected, but also in here the link is not working. Come on, guys. So this is not working. Come on, guys. How hard can it be? I want to create a new web app. Office Academy. What's this, guys? E-learning platform. Oh, no. Oh, create a new. I would think web app. Here you can select Linux, Windows. So what if I just go to my default server farm and then I do Twitch. It's not available. Demo. Add in. Still valid, I think. Code. Select a run. Oh, why is it purple? Runtime stack. .NET Core 3.1. Why is it now changed over to Windows, Linux? When I just started, I got Windows as an option. Windows. Select the resource group before continuing. Default server farm. Web app name. Twitch demo. Add in. Runtime stack. Oh. So why is this by default? Oh, wait. 3.1 is only available for Linux right now, not yet for... Darn it. Oh, you have the options for... Oh, no, there's Node. Okay. Let's check. You just have to scroll down, apparently. Node V. Node V. 10. So, let's close this. Leave this. Go back to the other one. This one. Basics. Default server farm. This demo in. Now we select here like current. Now we can select Windows and Linux. Let's do this. West Europe. Make a server farm for Linux. Change that to B1. Apply. Is that an option? Review create. Darn it. Oh, wait. Also, I want to change this to Node 10 LTS. Let's try this. If you create, darn it. Why is this not working? So what if I do this then? I just pick current Core 3.0 Windows, Western Europe, the plan default app service farm, B1, B1. This should be fairly easy. Create. Now it wants to create it. So why doesn't it create the Linux farm resource group? Google. Create Linux web app Azure. Making it easier to bring your Linux-based web apps to Azure. Deploy OfficeJS web app Linux. Deploying add-ins in the Office 365 Tennessee app catalog from SharePoint Admin Center. No. Always nice to find your own blog posts when searching for something. Looks like no one is deploying to Linux. Let's have a look at YouTube. Deploy Office add-in Linux. Managing deploying Office add-ins. Using centralized deployment. Learn how customers can manage and deploy add-ins within their organizations. How to deploy Office add-ins within your organization. That's Juan Balmori. There he is. How to deploy add-ins. Extend Office clients across platforms. Using web technologies, yes. We know. But will he show how to do this on Azure? Enable organizational deployment for environments without SharePoint. This was 2016. That's a long time ago. Code format. This is somewhere on SharePoint, I think. Apps, settings. All. Home apps, community, update your community settings. Really? No. New add-in. I have an XML on this device. I have a URL for the manifest. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but that's where you have stored the URL, the manifest. This is just side loading it in the. That's not the deployment of the code. This is already local. Code format. Okay, so this doesn't help me at all. Azure. How to deploy Office plugin, add in, create setup package. Two years ago, single sign-on, self-hosted agent. So I'm literally the first one doing this, apparently. Thanks for that, guys. So we're not allowed to do this, apparently. App Insights is enabled. Oh, okay. What if I want to do this? Just change it over to Linux. Now create a new plan. Premium V1, V2. Change size. Staging slot, daily backups. Staging slots is interesting. Azure Compute Unit, memory, storage. A little bit much. I would say this, but now it's probably not accepted anymore. Collection of resources, the same lifestyle, permissions and policies. Create a new one. Default Linux farm. Linux plan. Now change this over as well to Node LTS. Western Europe. Linux plan. Default Linux plan. Default Linux plan. Come on. Create new. Default Linux plan. Okay. Back. Previous. Because I want to change this to this. Apply. Next, monitoring. App Insights. Twitch demo in. Let's just accept this. Next. Now it's accepted. Oh, really? So I created a new resource group with Node 10 LTS. Let's try this. Microsoft Web App Portal, Why this strange name? There you have it. Demo add-in. What's this? Insights. Web server farm. Looks completely different compared to Windows. Next steps. Is it already done? It's on the way. Twitch demo add-in. Go to resource. Deployment successful. Go to resource. So what do I have here? The farm. Home. Resource groups. Default. Linux farm. I put a plan in there. And app service plan. But I don't have the web app. Why not? That's interesting. This is just the app insights. Is not the app. Not the web app, I think. Is it? Is it this? Is this a web app? It is, apparently. Your app service is up and running. Take time to take the next step and deploy your code. Deployment center. Have your code ready? Use your deployment center to get code published from your client and set up continuous deployment. Don't have your code yet? I do have my code yet. Now going to DevOps. What are we doing? Please demo it in. Deployment center. Oh, this is a deployment center. It's part of the app service. Okay. Source control, build provider. Select GitHub. Yes, that's the right account. Continue. Azure pipelines. Continue. Configure. Organization. Yeah, I think this one. Repository. Twitch. Demo add-in. Branch. Master. Yeah. DevOps organization existing. This one I think. Project. Twitch. Did I put it in already? Twitch add-in project. Node.js. Then long time support. Task runner. None, I think. I don't think I have a task runner. Let's have a look at this. Don't think I have something like gulp in here. No. Startup command. npm start, I think. npm start. Let's check. npm start. Or is it just npm run maybe? Startup command. Path the code. Google. Provide a startup command that will be run as part of the container setup. Startup. Startup commands for Node.js must use npm. Yeah, npm start, I think. npm start. Path the code. I don't know. Let's see, the code is Google path to code for deployment center. Add TypeScript templates to verify resources, path code. Path to code. Yeah, that's the question. Is this the path to code or is it just the root? Don't know. Continue. Branch. Pipelines, custom. Twitch. Web application framework. None. Node. Finish. It's building. That's today, that's just now. It's building. Then after you build it, it should also be deployed to the release pipeline. And there's one as well. CI/CD, so it created both. Okay. Still building. Let's have a look at building. That succeeded. May have to look my own video back, my stream back, if I need to find out how I did this. Succeeded. Drop. Getting drops. Waiting for console. Finalize jobs. Now let's see if we can get a release. Production. Let's have a look at it. In progress. Drop found. Package deployment. deploy Azure App Service. Really don't know if this is expensive or not. Maybe I'm running out of my Azure resources. I wonder how this will work because I didn't change anything in the manifest at all. So is it running on localhost on the app service? I don't have a clue. In progress, phase 1. How many phases are there? Apparently I was able to deploy something. Takes a bit long, if you ask me. What is taking so long? Creating app service, create an Office add-in Office Studio, publish your Office add-in website to Azure, select existing, publish. Don't want to do this from Office Studio. Edit, deploy the add-in manifest file. Okay, we also need to change something there. Office Studio, the sample Office expand solution. Expand the Office add-in project. Right-click the manifest folder, choose open. Yeah, the manifest file. Replace all instances of remote app URL with the root URL of the add-in app on Azure. This is the URL that you copied earlier after you published the add-in web to Azure. Choose File and Save All. Successfully set up continuous delivery and trigger build. It's on the add-in deployment center. It's not. I don't believe it's deployed yet. Oh, production, really? No, it's in progress. download, drop, next task, waiting for console. My guess that this takes much too long. For it to get it to work. Build trigger to release pipeline. Oops, failed to deploy. So now I should be seeing something over here. Still running. Copy. Google. Waiting for console output from an agent, release private and hosted. Over the past days we have seen releases fail to show any console output from the agent. Does it happen on builds? Very quite reliable shows the console output. I'm seeing the behavior on private windows in Linux agents. Anything else? The issue still occurring, tested a few minutes ago on the Windows agent. Set the account details to the email address you specified. We fixed the issue and available for all accounts. In case you hit liveness in release management UI, then try new URL as mentioned in this post. With new URL we are able to use better communication protocol. Okay. Dev.azure, your project. We had some DevOps formerly reported the liveness of the release management UI does not work always well. They mentioned. Okay. Copy. This one is running. Let's try this. Right. Organization, Twitch setting, project. Go to the pipelines. Pipelines, I said. Releases. Now it changed back to the other one. Production still waiting. Progress for 10 minutes. What if I cancel this? Waiting for console. And let's wait for console. canceling. So if we look at the pipeline, continuous deployment, text, options, drop. Succeeded. Redeploy. Let's try again. Currently deployed, no. Deploy, commits. Work items, no. Deploy. Queued. New logs. What's going on here? Download artifacts. Waiting for console output from an agent. Waiting for output console to take a long time. Self-hosted agent experience, blah blah blah. We have directed your feedback appropriate engineering team. This team will review the feedback. Can navigate to organizational settings, agent pools to update your self-hosted agents. You can view and control the agents running status from the service snap-in. Where does this issue occur? A running task or the entire build? Image. Update all agents. We update the agents over every few weeks on Azure pipelines. Microsoft hosted agents are always kept up to date, but the self-hosted agents, sometimes you may have to manually upgrade. An upgrade is requested when platform feature or one of the tasks used in the pipelines requires a newer version. For more details, refer to agent version and upgrades. In addition, there are some people who have reported similar problem. We decided to identify this issue as a duplicate of the earlier reported feedback here. If you reported or voted here, your vote has been applied to the original issue. So let's go to organization. And then organization settings. Now it's project settings. Organization settings. Agent pools, Azure pipelines. Agent pools, all agent pools. Agents, host agents. No. Agent pools, add pool. No options. Agent pools. There's no options to update. More. Nothing more. Here's default. Queue maintenance job. Is this a new one? Release. Failed. Edit. CD, delivery, latest, drop. Enabled. Not scheduled. After release, artifacts, filters, pull request, no. Triggers. Production. Post-deployment approvals. Tasks. Production. Run on agent. Phase 1. Artifact download. Deploy. Linux web app. Demo add-in. Deploy to slot. Image source. App service URL. What if I just want to run it? Post-deployment actions. Deploy Office add-in CD cd Azure pipeline run command. But it's just, it should not start anything, is it? Yeah, it should start something. Let's have a look at this. Webpack. Question is, what is the runner for the website? I think this is part of the webpack config. We have commands in here. Start. Runtime arcs, this one. Run, start. What if you just want to run the website and not the... I just want to start the service and nothing else. What does it say here? npm update. Install. npm start. Start manifest. Wait, there was a comment in the remote URL part. Like this. With your add-in project OpenVisual Studio publish. Then you publish it to the thingy. Copy the root URL. For instance, you need it when you edit the add-in manifest file for later this article. Studio with simple add-in open in Solution Explorer, expand the solution so that both projects show. Expand Office add-in project. For example, get to manifest. In the XML manifest, find and replace all instances of remote your app URL. Copy. That's the manifest. That's not in here. Why not? There's no remote URL in here. Webpack dev server, mode development. Oh. On-premise network share. SharePoint is nothing about Azure in here. Let's have a look at actually the app service. Not this one. Don't. GitHub. That's Gunner. This one. This is the web add-in. This is not loading, I think. Oh. Web app down. Okay. So let's have. We should be able to browse whatever is on the app service. Home. App service. See what's in there. Resource Explorer. Thought I had an option to look at the actual source of this one, but don't see it. Properties, service plan. No. Credentials. Secure shell. If you're not authenticated yet, you're required to authenticate with your Azure subscription to connect. Wow. Well, I don't seem to get it to run today. I have to quit now because I have to get up in 5 hours again. So it was a nice attempt to get this deployed. Pipeline is building, but it's not deploying. I have to find out why it's not deploying, what is missing there. Well, let's do that next time. Probably next week. In the meantime, I might be experimenting a little bit offline to get this explained. App service URL. Specify name for the output variable. Variable can be consumed in subsequent tasks. Output variables. I don't know. I don't think this should be npm start because it's will kick in Word and it's not available at the service. So I don't know. Let's quit for now. Let's exit this as well. It was the thrill, right, of Azure deployment. Got it deployed, but we got it built but not deployed. Let's find out what we have to do for that. Okay, thanks for watching. I will be probably online Thursday in 2 days, continuing with developing my website, the SDNcast website. That's our website from the Dutch SDNcast streams. For now, thanks for watching and see you next time.